Now.
So we're back on. Okay.
Yeah.
What I was going to talk about was this. I was actually there's someone following me. He's actually a game designer for WB Gaming, and I actually checked him out. He is a designer. What he's saying seems accurate, and he's a nice guy. I've been talking with him. I played a few games with him. What he told me the ending to the Nightfall Protocol and what that actually was. The whole reason why they're having the Joker kind of mess with Batman's mind, and the reason why they're kind of adding that element to it, was just because not only was it a really cool ending to Arkham Knight, and that Arkham Knight, that is the final game in the Arkham series, and they particularly say that this is the end of the Arkham series. So not the end of the Batman games, end of the game of the Arkham series, and they like to do that because it's a good selling thing. It's like everyone's excited because it's the final game. Well, no, this is not the final game. There's another Batman game coming, and it's called, they're working on the title, but it's probably going to be called Batman Nightfall. And the whole ending to this was just really interesting. He explained it to me. We were talking about this on Skype. And the whole thing was, in the Nightfall comics, Jean-Paul Valley, he became Batman when Batman got his back broken by Bane. And that's what happened in the Nightfall Protocol, and the Batman Azrael, was insane, was brutalizing villains and criminals, and Batman had to come back, and he had to beat the new Batman. He had to become Batman again. Well, they're doing their version of the Nightfall, and the reason they had Joker in his mind was because they already had Bane, they already jumped past Batman having his back broken. So they have Joker messing with his mind, so Batman quits being Batman. As one, his secret identity was just blown. Two, his mind is going nuts. So he kind of retired, he quit, and he's retiring with Catwoman. And that's what they're going to do with the game as of now. And Jean-Paul Valley is not Azrael anymore. It's the I forgot his name. I forgot his name. He's the cop, but the Michael Azrael. And he is, he's taking the mantle of Batman, and he's brutalizing villains with Scarecrow toxin. That's what he's doing in this new series that's going to be going on. And he's going to become the next Batman. He's going to be brutalizing villains, and it's going to be this whole thing with Batman having to come back and reclaim the mantle. That is the next game that's coming out. They haven't decided if they are going to do that or if another studio is going to pick it up. But they're already working on another game, and they're making a script right now for it and they're working on it according to the game designer. And I'm really excited about that because that seems like an interesting thing. There's going to be a lot of continuity errors just because Azrael's different, Batman's different. That's not what the Nightfall comics is. But I think that's going to be a really cool game just because we're going to see new Batman stuff. We're going to see new dynamics. We're going to see different Bat family, and we're going to see the Tim and Barbara relationship again. I'm really upset about that, but it's going to be a new Batman game, and it's going to be kind of cool what they're doing with the Nightfall thing. And we're going to be fighting a Batman with Scarecrow toxin. That's
awesome.
Going to be really cool. I'm just thinking about that, and that's actually really cool. So just to have Scarecrow missions with Batman, that you're going after Batman. I think that's going to be really cool. Like, who is Batman or something like that. That kind of just mentality. I think that's really cool. So Batman's not over. Arkham is over. The Batman is just beginning. They're having a whole new thing. So there's I think he told me that there's 2 studios right now that are interested in picking up a game. One of them is interested in Nightfall, and the other one is interested in picking up a different thing. They're going to want to do a different direction, and they're talking about either Court of Owls, or they're going to be talking about an Injustice or an Arrow crossover, which they actually kind of hinted at in Arkham Origins, and they hinted at in Arkham Knight with the Oliver Queen stuff. So they're kind of trying to do a crossover with that, because they want to do a Green Arrow game. Rocksteady right now is talking about a Green Arrow game, and they want to do a Green Arrow game, which I'm not sure. I think it'd be kind of interesting in a Green Arrow game, but that's what's going on right now. That's what they're talking about. It's just a whole bunch of ideas being thrown around right now. But that's what the Nightfall Protocol ending is. It's the Nightfall comic in their version. It's kind of complicated, but
yeah,
like I said, continuity errors.
It's the old story from '93, right? Where Batman is
Jean-Paul Valley.
Because Bane broke the bat. That's a pretty old story, but what actually happened to Bane? I heard that
Yeah.
I heard that there were this prequel comic where Ivy killed him or something.
Mm, yeah.
Um, but I'm not sure. I haven't read it, so
Yeah, I need to read that too. I haven't read that. I'll check into that. But I'm excited about this new direction. It's kind of cool that they're doing this. Um, there's just so many different dynamics that they can go ahead with this. Uh, and just all these studios. So I think we're going to get a lot more Batman games. It's not going to be like we're waiting like a few years for a Batman game. It seems like we're going to be getting a Batman game like every other year. It seems like it's what all these studios are interested in because the Arkham series was a huge money making opportunity, and I think it's going to be really exciting to get these games just because it's going to be kind of a new direction. So
a, a thing that could be cool was because they were hinting at it even in Arkham Knight that Oracle had been chatting with Huntress and Black Canary
yeah,
that they also got interpreted into this, so you have some more of the Bat family.
yeah.
Um,
Just into it. Also, I want to talk about this. A lot of people say that's Batman. He's using the chemical. He's using the Scarecrow toxin to take on crime so that he doesn't have to be found anymore. That's not the case. They've hinted at so much, and the guy pointed this out to me. I'm like, oh yeah, that does make sense. Batman, when he leaves Nightwing, he says, "Take care of him, Dick." I mean, he tells them he's leaving. He's done. He tells them that it's not something out of the blue. He blows up Wayne Manor. He blows up the Batcave, and he tells the Bat family he's leaving. He tells Jim he's done. I mean, you don't do something like that if you are just going to have a new identity. I mean, that's your family. That's your closest friends. You're not going to hide something like you're going to become Batman again from your family and your closest friends. That's why they were trying to hint at that. And they even called it Nightfall Protocol to make it blatantly obvious they're working on something. And yet there's still people saying, "Oh, that's Batman. It's Bruce Wayne. He's using the Scarecrow toxin." That's not what that was. They're working on the Nightfall Protocol. So I think that's actually kind of cool.
that when I saw the Bat, I thought to myself that's gotta be as bad as real Batman
Yeah,
because it would be too weird if it was Bruce that was running around using
yeah.
a tool from Scarecrow. Of course, he used what do you call
Freeze
freezes.
grenade.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course he used that, but Freeze was his
It's not brutal like
temporarily
that. It's not
ally.
like It's like not detrimental to that mind psyche type deal.
Mm,
So, but in sense, Bruce he does use Scarecrow toxin when he gasses Scarecrow with his own mixture.
yeah, but
So I mean, he could use that, but I mean, that's I don't know. That could have just been a revenge thing or something, or public status or something for the camera or something to show that he's stronger than the villains. That people can be stronger. So I'm kind of curious about that. I want to see. I'm trying to think of so many villains that they can do. Um, I'm excited about. I want to see more Gotham. I still felt isolated in Arkham Knight. I want to see a bigger Gotham. I want to see different levels. I want there to be sewer networks. I want there to be you be able to go in the GCBD blimps. I want to be able to go back to the Arkham and see that, or drive to Arkham Asylum if I wanted to, or use the Batplane and stuff. I want to see elements like that. I don't want to have you beaten over the death with the Batmobile again. I like the fast travel idea because you have the jet, but you don't feel like you're using it too much. I kind of like that aspect of fast travel. So, I mean, yeah, it just feels like there's touch and go things that they're doing. This could have been like a practice thing that they were doing to see what they can do for the Nightfall Protocol. But once again, we have not seen the main Batcave. We saw Arkham Origins Batcave, but that's not Rocksteady's Batcave. I want to see Rocksteady's Batcave with the dinosaur and everything, with the giant card. I want to see Rocksteady's Batcave because I think that'd be kind of cool. And Rocksteady's Wayne Manor, but that got destroyed, so I guess we're not going to see it.
nah, I don't
So
think either. But I think it was cool with Arkham Origins that they had a little bit of um, Nightfall to it with Bane deduced who Batman was and was trying to break him by
yes,
getting to Alfred and
yes.
reckoning his Batcave.
I mean, I love the Arkham Origins story. The story was good, but they kind of didn't add on to any of the mechanics and combat, anything. It's just, it felt like they walked back a step. It Instead of jumping forward, they didn't bring new expectations. It feels like they just kind of walked back a step and focused more on the story and not as much as the gameplay dynamics. I mean, they changed the freeze grenade to a glue grenade. I mean, they didn't have too many original ideas with this. I mean, the only original thing that they really had was the Deathstroke's zipline gun, which I liked that. That was actually really fun to use. It was really overpowered at times for Predator missions, but I liked that. It was kind of cool. And the thing I liked about Arkham Origins the most was their DLC for Cold Cold Heart. That brought me back to the Batman the Animated Series episode with Mr. Freeze. There was so many references to that. And I loved that. I loved the suit. I loved the story because it felt like I was playing out that episode, but in the game. So
There's an Easter egg in Cold Cold Heart because one of the ID cards belongs to a certain Pamela Isley,
I saw that.
and
Yeah.
that was just so cool. That
Yeah.
it was kind of a reference to, yeah,
Yeah, even though she had nothing to do with that, but still it was kind of cool.
yeah.
So
In the Batman Arkham Asylum game, there was this jump scare with Killer Croc where down in the sewers, where if you go to one of the doors, he's gonna appear
yeah,
and smack the glass.
punch the glass. Yeah.
Yeah. And first time I experienced that, I was sitting home with everything on the screen and I was so tired, and when it just came, I jumped through the roof because I wasn't prepared for that.
Yeah, well, the thing that scared me when I first played it, I was home alone. It was the middle of the night. It was like 2 a.m. or something like that. And it was the Scarecrow staying in the medical facility, and I opened up Scarecrow's body bag, and he jumped out, and I flipped out when I saw that.
Oh, that.
I was younger when that happened, but I mean, I still remember that. I flipped out, and I was like, okay, I'm done with Arkham Asylum for the night. I'm gonna go to bed with all the lights on in the house. But I mean, I like that Arkham Asylum felt like an asylum. I felt like the only issue I had with Arkham Asylum was Arkham Asylum housed a whole bunch of supervillains. And there was only like 10, 8 villains there. I mean, I felt like they could have added so many villains in that. Like, you could have, like, there was Zaz. I mean, you could have had people like that, but you could have run Counterman and taken him out. You could have had Kite Man. You could have had Deathstroke, and you could have had those villains, but wasn't like a boss fight. You just see them and they charge you or something, and you punch them and knock them unconscious. So, oh yeah, that's the dead shot. I mean, there's just certain things like that where you could do that. I mean, there's just, I felt like it didn't feel like there was too many villains in there at that time. I wish they had done that.
Also, that riddle with the Riddler with even I was shocked when I found out what they did to Maxi Zeus, where you have to blow up a wall because
Yeah.
they have they have locked him in and barricaded the wall or something. That would be cool if Maxi Zeus's skeleton or something was there, or there was some kind of message like you can kill a god.
Mm-hmm. So, I don't know too much about Maximus Zeus. I need to look into him because I want to do a lore video on him for PolarTitan Talks. But, yeah, I think that would have been cool. Or for that Riddler challenge in entirety, you broke the wall, but he was there, and he attacked you or something. That would have been so funny, because it'd be like, oh crap, I just let a supervillain loose. I think that would be so cool. And you fight him in that area, because there's like electricity and stuff overhanging the Zaz area. And I think that would have been really, really cool, because one, it would have been shocking. You would not have expected that. And two, would have been able to get a Riddler trophy. I think that would have been a cool thing. But also, they have announced that they're remaking Arkham Asylum. It's not remastered. Everyone's like, they're remastering Arkham Asylum. Yay! They're not remastering it. They're remaking Arkham Asylum. I read the article. They said they're remaking Arkham Asylum. It's not remastered. So I think that's going to be kind of cool. But I feel like they're going to use that to get the Tim relationship with Barbara in there, and it's like